Shalom. I like to give all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. I like to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and CT bishops who rule well, taught me this truth. I like to give peace and salutations to the Akim, preaching his word with truth and sincerity around the four corners. Like Elder Malcolm will be saying, risking their lives and freedom to do so. I like to give peace and salutations to the Israelite foreigners. You know, the Israelites that live amongst the heathen that look like some of those heathen. This is not a black or white thing. This is an Israelite thing. So shalom to the speckled bird. And peace and salutations to the Akim, you know, and the few Aqua. Shalom to the true believers of the hopeful elect. I got a couple minutes before I gotta head to the plantation. You know, just watching videos all day, trying to make my own, but kept on watching videos. So, trying to get one in now. We got a couple of scriptures I'm gonna bring out, you know, dealing with that this is not our rest. You know, I tried to record it yesterday, but the Bluetooth picked up and it didn't, and there was no sound. So before I even turn on the vehicle, you know, I figured I'd do it outside, put it up raw. So I'm gonna get a couple of precepts, flow for like 10 minutes, and that'll be the lesson. And Lord's willing, it's exhorting. You know, this is just, you know, if you've been measuring the time diligently, then you know that we're in the time of hastening and leaving this place spiritually, you know. Let me get a quick preset just to substantiate that. It's right there on it. This is Micah 2, the book of Micah chapter 2 verse 10, and it reads, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction." You see? So, you gotta understand. You gotta understand that we are to arise and depart from this place. Spiritually, not physically. You know? Because like it tells you in the book of Psalms, I believe the 46th chapter, it says, wait ye upon, it says, be still and wait on the Lord, you know. You know, we are to spiritually and mentally depart from this place. Like Elder Yaki will be saying from the Chicago camp, you know, you got to depart from the money, the cars, the clothes, the hoes, the success, fortune, and fame. You know, you got to make you got to make your body a living sacrifice. Go out to the highways and hedges. You know, help, be brotherly, have charity, and if you can, prophesy, like what I'm attempting to do right now. You know. Let me get another precept. You know, just milk scriptures that we already know, but they hit hard. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 14, and it reads, and it reads, "For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come." Yeah, and that's the mind state that's the mind state of the men of the Lord, you know. For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come, you know. And Babylon the Great is not a continuing city. It's going to get destroyed by thermonuclear fire. It's already been written. There's plenty of scriptures on it, you know? So, that's it with that. I want to get this in the Apocrypha, because the Lord told us to, matter of fact, let me get this real quick. There's the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8, and it reads, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Yeah, so this and the one people that's going to be translated from is the Edomites. It's going to be translated to another. The another people is the Israelites. You know? You got different Israelite groups out there talking about how there can be salvation for the heathen, and there's nowhere in the scriptures does it say that. These guys is going off. They're not sticking to sound doctrine, and the scriptures tell you that in the last days that would happen as well. People would have itching ears. Like it tells you in 2 Timothy. Having itching ears. Now it's thinking people will not adhere to sound doctrine. So let me get this. Second Ezra, the book of Second Ezra, chapter 16, verse starting at 40. It says, "O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. And in those evils be even as pilgrims on the earth." And when you look up that word pilgrim, I believe it goes back to the word sojourner. So, you're a sojourner. You're just visiting. You don't try to get a career. You don't try to start a family. Now, if it happens, then it happens. You get a wife and kids, or you had it before you woke up to the truth. That doesn't mean you drop them and You gotta take care of your manly responsibilities. But it wouldn't be wise to add kids, especially with the dollar collapsing. Ultimately, if you're part of the elect, you're gonna get taken care of regardless, but nobody knows, But just have discernment when you're making your life decisions. This verse 41, it says, "He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit, buy it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein." Yeah, so you got to get up and make haste. Verse 43, "He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather grapes. They that marry as they shall not get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers." You see? So basically don't have a 5-year plan, like what I'm gonna be in 5 years, because this place is soon to pass away. Tells you that in the book of 2 Ezra, the 4th chapter, starting at the 28th verse. It says, "But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come." Yeah, you see, the evil is sown up, but the destruction from the evil, for the evil, is not yet come. It says, verse 29, it says, "If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good." You see? So the destruction has to come. That's why the scriptures tell you not to put your stock in this place. because this place is going to get destroyed. It's written in so many places in the scriptures. You know, Old Testament, Apocrypha, New Testament. You know? But let me see if I can get one more precept. Let me see this. This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3. Well, I'll start at 10. And it reads, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise." It talks about passing away again. And the heavens can mean rulership. Doesn't mean the actual heavens. It means the earth. And not in the earth. It's talking about the rulership. Because it tells you in the scriptures that the earth abideth forever. It says, "But in the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?" You see? So like it's just like it said in Ezra's, that the destruction has not yet come, but is going to come. And how can the good come if that which is sown with evil be not turned upside down and destroyed and pass away? You see? So like you say in the 2 Peter, what matter of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? You ought to be like it says in Micah 2 and 10. And like it said in 2 Ezra, the 16th chapter, you should be like pilgrims. Verse 12, "Looking and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we according to his promise look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness." You see? And that's what we're looking forward to. You know, we're like one of the brothers out of the Grand Millstone branch in Jackson, Mississippi. His YouTube handle is Kingdom Minded, and that's what we are. We're Kingdom Minded. We set our affections on the heavens, not on earth. You know. So Lord's will, he was edified. Till next time, we're gonna say shalom to the elect.